Hello, welcome back, and as always, thank you for joining me. We're moving through the text of A Course in Miracles on this series of videos, and well, we've been at it for a while. If you're new or you've just joined us, welcome. And again, welcome to those of you who have been watching this series of videos for years. And there are many of you, so thank you. All of you, no matter where you find yourselves, for joining me here. It is incredibly important what you're doing right now in spending time, devoting time, even if it's only a few minutes, to your spiritual practice, whatever that may look like for you, and whatever role A Course in Miracles may play in that practice. For many of us, it is the standalone central teaching for us, our tradition that we practice and learn and work on. And for some people, it may be an adjunct to another path that helps them to illuminate their own walk, to elucidate certain things, and that is quite common. In truth, the course is a self study curriculum, which means you can take what you wish to take at a given time and do with it what you're called to do. It's not a religion. This image on your screen is not in charge of you. Thank God. I don't want to be in charge of you. Please and thank you. Yeah, this is very important in the context of our spiritual practice because we see a lot of top down hierarchies, don't we? From organized religions to other newer, more syncretic movements and things that people could create yesterday because they can and they do. And there's a lot of stuff out there. And yeah, and perhaps you have some direct experience with a lot of these traditions. Many of us do. Most of us were not raised with this course. In fact, any of us who were born before 1975, which is a lot of us, if not most, didn't even have this course around to look at. So, suffice it to say that the vast majority of us that wind up as course students, like we are, did not begin with this. So, wherever you find yourself, the central practical underpinning of this course is forgiveness. It's what's known as forgiveness, and as the course describes it, true forgiveness. And there's an important distinction to be made between forgiveness as this course teaches it and forgiveness as the world sees it. Then perhaps you've had friends and bosses and family members, like maybe your own parents, that practiced forgiveness as the world sees it, as transactional, as maintaining a sense of separation between the one who forgives and the one who is forgiven. Maintaining that sense of separation by perhaps holding it over the forgiven's head that he or she was a complete miscreant, a deviant, and a loser, and if you ever do it again, your birthday will be canceled forthwith and forever. To great punitive effect. Yeah, and we'll broadcast it on global media. Those types of things. There's a sense of separation between the forgiver and the forgiven. In A Course in Miracles, we undergo a practice of forgiveness that looks very different from forgiveness as it's supposedly practiced in the world. We do this under the guidance of our inner teacher, the Holy Spirit. Call it Jesus, call it whatever you wish to call it. It's part of our mind, and we're invited to take its direction. Quite simply, very simple. The ideas in this course that are well known for being complicated and weird, so people say, are in fact not complicated and weird in any way, shape, or form. They're extremely simple. We're just so used to complicating our lives that we automatically think that a simple and disarming teaching, such as A Course in Miracles, has to be more complex than it is. So we tell ourselves, I don't understand this. Of course, you understand. And if you don't understand it with the intellectual thinking mind, you're on the right track, actually, because there's only so much that you can do with the intellect. And why would that be? It's incisive. It breaks things down into separate component parts. It's like a scalpel. It is like an obsidian blade that slices right through and separates and divides. It's deductive and reductive. It slices and dices. And it is this mind that we so adore and worship here in the world, that as we discover on the spiritual path, is extraordinarily limited. In fact, we discover that our spiritual practice is not about reductivity at all. It's not about slicing and dicing and breaking things down into what appear to be their separate component parts. Rather, it's looking past all of that division to complete wholeness. And it is this that we're involved in when we practice forgiveness as the Course teaches it. We look past the divisions that appear to exist to the truth of what is. We forgive what appears to be happening on the surface and see things as they really are. See, we're not separate from our brother. And when we choose to forgive under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, we look past the divisions. We look past whatever our brother is doing, whatever he or she is doing. We look past whatever we're doing that may disturb ourselves. Forgiveness is for yourself, after all. And we look with the Holy Spirit at our perfect oneness rather than the division. We look beyond it. How do we do that? We do that under the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Anything that's not wholly joyous in your experience is an opportunity to forgive. You forgive somebody. You forgive a thing like space, time, the ego. That, too, is an illusion, as you know. You forgive the world. You forgive yourself for dreaming it. And what we're really looking at is just surface level here. We look at what people do and we get offended by it. When we forgive it, we're not condoning that behavior. Our forgiveness goes deeper than that. It has nothing to do with this level of behavior at all. The Holy Spirit looks right past that to the truth of what is perfect oneness. Our brother has never departed from us, and we've never departed from him or her. And we've never left our source in God, our home in God. There's no separation of any kind. So, some acknowledgement of this is very helpful as we go through our lives and we forgive. And we've got it so backward in this world that we find this really, really difficult. It's so alien to us because we've conditioned ourselves to think that we're individual human beings, which we're not. You heard that, right? You know that. You know there's more to it than this thing that's 80% water. We call it us. It's not us. It's a gross limitation, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't last after all. No matter how much we try to make it last for all time, it does not last for all time. It's 80% water and bone and cartilage and stuff. How's that going to last for all time? Actually, reality is beyond the concept of time anyway. Time is a separation device. 1 minute appears to be separate from the next. One time zone appears to be separate from the next. One epoch of time, a century, a millennium, appears to be separate from the next. Really? When you really allow yourself to go there, as you're invited to do, we all are, then these ideas can begin to really open your mind. Expect resistance to this. You may be experiencing it right now, thinking this thing is nuts. It's a pixelated image on your screen. How can that be nuts? It's an assemblage of dots on your screen. When something connects, as something surely has, or you wouldn't still be watching, it's the Holy Spirit. It's our inner teacher speaking to you. So we try to waken ourselves. We try to wake ourselves up with all of our different things that we do in the world, that we put our faith in, that we put our belief and our energy and our effort into. And we're in the same place, trying one thing, thinking it's going to bring us the peace of God. When it doesn't, we get frustrated and then we try something else. We do this with our relationships in the world, don't we? We do this with our exercise regimens, for sure, right? We do it with, well, our spirituality. When people flop and flit from one tradition to the next, trying this here, finding it lacking, trying this there, finding it lacking. Okay. No, I mean, perhaps you've done a lot of that. I think a lot of us have. And a lot of people that end up as students of A Course in Miracles say that they've tried what feels like everything. And here you are. Well, should you choose to follow the guidance of the Holy Spirit, that is all you need. We can't waken ourselves attempting to do it our own way. However, we can allow ourselves, we can let ourselves be wakened by our inner teacher. Let him show you. Look with him. We have a choice in the present moment as to whether we look at our experience with the ego or whether we look at it with the Holy Spirit, our inner teacher. When we look at it with the ego, we see separation, guilt, blame, rage, hatred, fear, and war, and bitterness, and pettiness, and depression, and anxiety, and despair. On the other hand, when we choose to look at the world with the Holy Spirit, we see things differently, don't we? Things become lighter. You become lighter, don't you? We become more loving, more patient, more forgiving, more welcoming. We may laugh more. We may have fewer wrinkles on our forehead from less stress and anxiety. There are many different things that may pop up. So we continue. And if you're not sure what to do, ask. You can ask the Holy Spirit, who will always answer instantly. Doesn't feel like it to us, does it? It doesn't feel like it. That's why people complain that their prayers aren't answered. Well, the Holy Spirit responds to the prayer of the heart, not necessarily a prayer for stuff in the world, such as, oh, help me to get more money in my next job, or Holy Spirit, help this political candidate to lose or to disappear from the world scene because all 8 billion of us would benefit from his or her abrupt disappearance, for example, right? that's not the kind of prayer that the Holy Spirit responds to. This course isn't actually about that anyway. And you're probably aware of that. It's not about effecting change in the world. There is no world. What world? It's not about manifestation, which you may not like. It's all right. There's plenty of manifestation techniques and practices running around out there today. And perhaps you've tried a lot of them. And perhaps you've even had some level of success with them. I don't know. I don't know. People arrive at this course from a lot of different places. What's common to, is that the Holy Spirit's speaking to us. And we've not only heard the call, but we've answered it. And this does not just apply to this course, it applies to every spiritual tradition in the world. The call to awaken is universal, it goes out to each and every one of us at all times. You've not only heard the call, but you have answered it. And for that, we thank you. All of us, we thank you. Not just me. So if you're not sure what to do or what to think or what to say, ask your inner teacher for guidance. And you're also welcome to ask me for guidance or anyone else that plays a part in your spiritual practice, which could be any number of people. Right here on this YouTube channel, the comment thread is an excellent place to ask questions if you have them. I do check those comments with some frequency, so please feel welcome to leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't. That prompt over here in the corner of your screen is the icon to click and join us. And again, questions are always most welcome. And forgiveness is not very well understood in the world, yet it is central to our practice of this course. So I wish you all the best in your doing that. And again, please feel welcome to subscribe and ask questions here. Thank you for joining me. I will see you soon.